Benin is a constitutional presidential republic. In April 2021, voters re-elected Patrice Talon to a second five-year term as president in a multi-party election. Electoral code registration and sponsorship requirements precluded most opposition political parties from participating in the election. In November 2022, the Constitutional Court made a ruling that provides for the political opposition to participate in the January 2023 legislative elections and paved the way for participation. The government also enacted a 2019 law that added 24 seats, reserved exclusively for women legislators, to the National Assembly. The Beninese armed forces under the Ministry of Defense are responsible for external security and support the Republican Police in maintaining internal security. The Republican Police are under the Ministry of Interior and have primary responsibility for enforcing law and maintaining order. Civilian authorities generally maintained effective control over security forces. In 2022, communities in northern Benin experienced an increase in violent extremist organization activities, and Benin's security forces engaged in operations against them. There were reliable reports members of the security forces committed some abuses. Significant human rights issues included credible reports of unlawful or arbitrary killings, including extrajudicial killings, harsh and life-threatening prison conditions, arbitrary arrest or detention, political prisoners or detainees, serious problems with the independence of the judiciary, serious restrictions on free expression and media, including censorship and the enforcement of and threats to enforce criminal libel laws, substantial interference with freedom of peaceful assembly and freedom of association, lack of investigation of and accountability for gender-based violence, including domestic and intimate partner violence, sexual violence, and child, early, and forced marriage, and child labor. In 2022, the Court for the Repression of Economic and Terrorism Infractions provisionally released a total of 47 political prisoners from jail. Opposition figures Rakaya Madauga and Joel Avo remain incarcerated. The government took some steps to identify, investigate, prosecute, and punish officials who committed human rights abuses and acts of corruption. Authorities sometimes held police accountable for misconduct for corruption-related crimes, but impunity remained a problem. In December 2021, the Benin Human Rights Commission, a government agency, issued a report expressing concern for the rights of vulnerable groups and specifically included lesbian, gay,